All right, so we're all still coming down from the excitement of the announcement of Guild Wars 3 and their planned propositions, but I saw a question that popped up a lot, actually. Since my channel is focused heavily on new player experience, they've asked, is it even worth it for me to get into Guild Wars 2 now, knowing that Guild Wars 3 is on the horizon? And I wanted to break this down for a number of reasons. Overwhelmingly, the answer is yes, you should play Guild Wars 2, and I'll explain why. But I wanted to put it from the time and perspective that you could donate to the game, we'll say, or play the game, and why it's such a good reason. So sit down, grab a cup, let's talk about it. Make sure to like the channel and subscribe for more caffeinated content. So the first big reason, one of the reasons that I have loved Guild Wars 2 and Guild Wars Reforged and all that, especially because of their transition from one to the other. So in Guild Wars 1, they introduced a aspect called the Hall of Monuments. The Hall of Monuments essentially allows you to earn achievements in Guild Wars Reforged and then transfer certain achievements and certain items and certain unique titles to that of Guild Wars 2. Now, these don't necessarily help you out power-wise. It doesn't make you, a god in Guild Wars 2 because you've already done a lot of time and spent a lot of time in Guild Wars Reforged or previously Guild Wars 1. That isn't the case. The idea of this is more so that you can earn specific, we'll say, cosmetics, certain titles, certain unique aspects that show that you have put that time and effort already into the game. To some people, that might not sound like a good justification, but for me, recently, I went on a whole journey to work my way through Guild Wars 1, Guild Wars Reforged, to earn the Fiery Dragon Sword, which is a unique that you can essentially only get from Guild Wars Reforged and through the Hall of Monuments and linking your achievements together. Now, knowing Guild Wars 2 and ArenaNet and what they plan on doing, is they're going to have that same kind of transition title, the same kind of transition into Guild Wars 3. So achievements that you earn in Guild Wars 2 will transfer over into Guild Wars 3 and earn you certain cosmetics, earn you certain achievements, earn you something unique that's going to make your time and effort in Guild Wars 2 worth it. So that right there, I think, is one of the bigger reasons that it's not like your efforts are wasted. The second big reason that I would say that Guild Wars 2 is definitely worth your time and effort to jump in and to play now is, one, there's a crap load of content, and right now it's all on sale. By the way, I do have a link, partner link down below. It doesn't make it any cheaper. It's on discount right now. It doesn't make it any cheaper, but it does provide me some financial gain for my terrible caffeine addiction. I got a problem. But the point is that there is so much content and there's so much game to play, and it's still, even at this point, such a great value because it's a buy once, play forever. There's no subscription. You can purchase things on the gem store, but they're all cosmetic. There really isn't any kind of, we'll say, buy to win gameplay, nothing like that. So you'll be able to play through the majority of the Guild Wars content, Guild Wars 2 content, really without any kind of delay or, we'll say, expectation that you have to keep grinding. Again, it does a very good job of respecting your time. So you can work on this over the course of the next year and a half, right? Because the beta, the closed beta for Guild Wars 3 isn't even until the end of 2027. So there's a whole year and a half at this point before we'll even see the any kind of public testing. We have a lot of time. And Guild Wars 2, I still stand by, is one of the best games for just people in general, but people who don't have a lot of time, working dads, that's something that I've talked about a lot on my channel. It's a fantastic game that I think would be a wonderful addition just to add to your rotation as they're going through. And also my third big reason is what they plan on doing here in the future. So they've already, in recent interviews with IGN, they have confirmed that they will work on Guild Wars Reforged, Guild Wars 2, as well as Guild Wars 3. What we haven't seen in the background, and what unbeknownst to us, is that these yearly cycles of expansions coming out, Secrets of the Obscure, Janthir Wilds, Visions of Eternity, these expansions have come out while the team has been working on Guild Wars 3 in alpha. Like, there's already been development over the past couple of years for Guild Wars 3, kind of like under the radar. We suspected things and we had little hints, but the idea is that it was constantly being worked on while this game, Guild Wars 2, is still being developed on, and they're still having new content and new expansions. So what they have said for their 3 games is that there will be a team dedicated to Guild Wars Reforged, Guild Wars 2, and then Guild Wars 3, and all 3 simultaneously will have content and growth in the future. So even if at some point you end up playing Guild Wars 3 and you're like, oh, that was fun, you can still go back to Guild Wars 2, and then there's going to be new kind of like seasonal updates because they're going to be working together. Think of this very much in the same way of Path of Exile 1 and Path of Exile 2. Path of Exile 1 is still actively being worked on, while Path of Exile 2 is in beta and working forward towards a 1.0 release. Like, it's the same mentality. They realize that there's a group of players who are going to just want to play Guild Wars 2, and that's it. There's a group of players who just want to play Guild Wars Reforged, and that is it. And that's okay, and they understand that. So they make the content replayable constantly. The replay value is immense, but you never feel like you have to play it at that one moment. Right? And that's one of the beautiful things about ArenaNet and Guild Wars franchise, it just in general. I'm very excited about that. I think that that is going to be a wonderful reason why you should jump into Guild Wars 2. Lastly, I think one of the bigger reasons right now, I think you should be considering jumping into Guild Wars 2 as compared to waiting for Guild Wars 3, is there is a lot of people right now who are jumping into the game, into the world of Tyria, to experience it for the first time, like right now. You were riding an essential wave of new players who were coming into the game, trying it out, seeing if they can understand this. The MMO market has been abysmal as of late. I mean, what's it? We lost the Warhammer 40K MMO. We lost the Lord of the Rings revamped MMO, whatever they're planning on doing. There's been other MMOs, Fantastic Pixel Castle. All of those have dropped. It is such a stride into the unknown that ArenaNet is doing by announcing Guild Wars 3. And there are so many people who are now interested into this game and the world of Tyria and the franchise of Guild Wars that it is the perfect time for you to jump in, try it out, meet new players. And again, guys, the base game is free to play. I mean, it's free to play. You can literally try out up until, I believe it's still level 80. You can try out the mounts, you can try out all that. And then eventually, if you want to, you can buy DLC. And most of the DLC at max is like 30 bucks. Like, there's so much value that you can get out of this game in so much time. It isn't going to be one of those games that forces you to keep coming back. It isn't going to be one of those games that constantly makes you have to log in. You have to keep trying. You have to keep up with everything. You can pick it up and put it down as much as you want. Guild Wars 3 is going to be the same way. So if you have such a time gap between now and Guild Wars 3, it's a fantastic time to jump in and try it out, see what's going on, see how the game is now if you haven't played it recently or for the first time, and get a kind of an idea of what it's going to be for Guild Wars 3. And then even from there, it could be completely different. We don't know. But the idea is that you've put your foot in the water, right? You've gotten to try it. And there's really no harm, no foul. I'm just saying. There's so many times that I've experienced new MMOs, and it just feels like it was a slapped together kind of project that was all over the place. And it never really stuck. Like the one that sticks out to me is like Quinfall. I don't even know, is Throne and Liberty still around? I don't know. I haven't followed up on those. But my point being is that Guild Wars 2 and ArenaNet have been around for a very long time. Like I think we're up at like what, 25 years, 20 years, something like that. I would be willing to bet good money on ArenaNet to deliver on the product that they are promising and the game that they are showing. Now, this isn't just me being a hype boy. This is just looking at the evidence, if I were to be unbiased as a working dad, which I am, that this game is going to be worth your time. This game is going to be, and maybe I'll even do a full working dad review on it. I don't know. But you should definitely be keeping an eye on Guild Wars 2 right now to play it and try it out. See if you like it. See if you're interested into the world. See if you're learning something. And then potentially play Guild Wars 3 in the future. 100%. I can always recommend Guild Wars 2 as a game that you should play now as compared to later. Because guess what? The game isn't going to punish you if you pick it up and you're like, this isn't really for me, and you put it down. That's the beauty of this game. All in all, I'm excited. They have some more information that plans on coming out tomorrow, which is Tuesday the 9th, which is going to be very exciting. We're hopefully going to see some more, but all in all, I'm excited for the announcement. I said 100% you should definitely try Guild Wars 2 now and give it a good college try. And then, of course, try to play Guild Wars 3 and see if you like it. At the end of the day, we're playing video games, guys. Play the game that you like. As always, stay caffeinated, folks.